So as you guys can tell, I'm at Lin Visa. Today is a bus visa run. And there has been a few changes. If you stick around, I promise I'm gonna explain all these new changes to you on this video. Stick around. So guys, one of the first changes that I'm gonna mention on this video is gonna be these buses. So I've always had good luck on getting decent buses from Lin Visa. That's the service that I'm using today, Lin Visa. But they upgraded and got some new buses, apparently 2 or 3 new buses, I believe, and these are them. I have not been on them. This is my first Visa run that I'm ever gonna experience these, and I've heard from other people that they're pretty good. So I heard that they have like massaging seats. I heard they're nicer, charging stations, everything like that. We're gonna go in here and take a first-hand look in just a second, but we are waiting on the 3rd bus because I think there's been one bus that just left, this bus that just came right now, and then I think I'm gonna wait for the last bus. So everyone kind of piles in and rushes to get to the first bus, even though it practically doesn't make any difference in how long the Visa run goes. Because yes, that first bus will leave earlier, but in reality, it will stop at the first stop in about 2 hours. And then they wait till all these buses catch up at the convenience store slash gas station slash bathroom. So if you think getting on the first bus at 7 o'clock on the dot is gonna get you there a little bit sooner, technically it does, but they wait for you and then everyone catches back up. So
any of you planning a trip to Da Nang in the next 60 days? Well, don't hesitate to book a 30-minute video consultation with me to settle in smoothly. During this call, I'll provide personalized advice and answer any of the questions you have about traveling or living in Da Nang. So don't hesitate. The link is in the description below.
So this is the nice brand new bus. This is where the driver sits, obviously. They do have this spot right here where they do have adult drinks and water. And these seats are a lot nicer and they look like they got controls. So I'll show you my spot that I really, really love to sit in. I don't think I'm gonna sit in it today, but I usually sit in this back seat. But I'm gonna sit here in the VIP lounge, I guess it is. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. I usually sit back here so I can put my bag. And you know what? I'm actually gonna do that. I was gonna switch, but I guess we'll sit back here. And look at this, this is nice. I think we'll have some extra seats on this bus. So if I do decide to sit up here, I think this seat will be available, but it's nice. Look at the headrest. 4 in the back, 4 seats in the back, 2 on this side, 1 on this long side. And if you see, the seats are nice, they're comfortable. And then let's take a look at these controls. I guess this is go down, this is up, front foot, go up. This is come up on the back, go down on the back. What is this one? Oh, there we go. Can you guys see this one? This is kind of like the full seat. It inflates, deflates. What's this button? I don't know what that is. Oh, here we go. These are the seat warmers and the seat coolers. So this is not just a standard bus. This is something pretty nice. Also, what I was told is that these ACs blow like crazy, and I can feel it right now. It's only 7 in the morning and it's cold for Vietnam standards. So you can either close these, or what they tell you is bring warm clothes. I did bring a jacket just in case I need it, which I don't think I am. And there's the lights. I think that's a call button. I don't want to hit that. So we're back on the ground at one of these convenience stores. This is our second and final stop, I believe. At least in the past it was. So bus number 3, which is our other partners from Lin Visa. It looks like they're about to leave, so they're a few minutes ahead of us. Probably about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes that we'll stay here. Probably 10 minutes. And we'll go here in the back. I haven't been to this location in about 6-ish months because I did the Philippines flight visa run last time. But they built this little lookout. I don't remember this being here last time. This was here, but not the deck. And if you get out here at the right time of the day, you'll see people out here at the rice fields kind of tending them or working on them. Oh, look at those. Look at all these roosters and chickens. So I think this is the second and final stop. At least it was in the past, like I said. And then the next stop that we'll have will be like a restaurant location. Remember, I brought food, so I won't need it. So we'll just hang around here for a couple minutes. I'll stretch my legs, and then we'll jump back on the bus. It's about 10:45. And I'm not gonna eat here, because like I said, I brought my food earlier from my favorite takeout spot. But there's a little restaurant over here. We're gonna go check it out, because some of you guys might be interested to eat here. But I brought my food, and I'm gonna eat it maybe on the bus. I'm not so hungry right now, so I'll either eat it on the bus, or I'll wait till we get across on the border. So let me just show you guys this restaurant that we stop at for probably about 30 or 40 minutes. I've never ate here, but I noticed locals and obviously people that are hungry on the Visa bus run. We'll grab some food here. Let's see if we can kind of take a look at what options. It looks like vegetables, chicken, beef, probably pork also. Let's see if we can get some video of people's food. Man, the line is long, but I guess they basically just pick out a few items. It looks like there's some eggs, some pork chops, some chicken, and some other stuff. So I think it's fairly reasonable. I think it's 30,000 to 50,000-ish is what I've heard. And this is the place where you guys can come in and eat. I've never ate here, like I mentioned. But what's funny is, as soon as we leave this location, we're gonna park at the border, and there's actually other restaurants you can eat at there. So you got plenty of options as far as that goes. And this is now the Laos-Vietnam border right there. And these, is that a lens? No. And now these are some restaurants that you can eat at here. But the weird thing is, we stop at that other restaurant just a minute before, which is crazy because there's other restaurants here. Not sure why specifically they go to that restaurant, especially when it's only 35, 40 seconds away. So now we're gonna make our way with this big group of people over here to the Laos-Vietnam border. Let's not get hit by this diesel. And what you wanna have here is you wanna have your passport, which obviously you should have at this point. And we will just show this to immigration and they'll let us through. And this is the first step of this ends part of the Vietnam. And this is the last part of the Vietnam exit stamp and getting over to the Laos side. So we'll catch up as soon as we get this done. There we go. Thank you. Excuse me. So guys, we just got the passport back. That was the exit stamp for Vietnam, so we're cleared to leave Vietnam. Now we're gonna make our way just shortly right here. This is the border. So this is what separates Vietnam from Laos. So basically, we have our exit stamp and we're leaving the country of Vietnam. This will probably take a little under 10 minutes. I think maybe it's like 6 or 7 minutes. Anybody can do it. We've seen older people here. I think technically, if you have like walking disabilities or something like that, I think they will put you on one of these scooters and they will ride you along like this. Oh, I almost stepped on this dog. So let's get this passport ready. So I have all my stamps. I'm getting low on pages. So actually not time. Let's not show these guys. Let's hopefully get this. I'm getting low on pages. So I won't run out of time, but I'll run out of pages. Because I think my expiration date is 2029. And you guys can see, come on. You guys can see the lady right there is getting on a scooter. So you guys can always have that as an option. What I was saying is I'm gonna run out of pages and stamps, stamp space, before my date expires, most likely, which means it sucks because I'm gonna lose a few years of passport expiration. And how the passports work, if you go get a new visa or a passport, go get a new passport, it expires from the time that you get it. So for example, mine expires in 2029, but let's say I run out of pages next year and I have to go get a new passport. It's not gonna give me a new 10 years from 2029. It's gonna give me 10 years from 2026. So in the end, I'll lose about 3 years. And the thing that kind of sucks about doing the Laos border run, they give you a whole page stamp. And I hate it because it literally takes up a whole page. I don't know why they don't go to the stamp, the small stamp or something like that, but hopefully that'll change soon. And these are like these commercial trucks. It's kind of like an industrial area. And we'll just get up here real quick. Make sure I got my passport. Yeah, I got it. It's in my pocket. That's the one thing you do not want to lose. And this is technically, it says up here, Laos Democratic Republic border. So we will go past this checkpoint and we are officially in Laos. And we will come up to this, I guess, waiting room where we'll give them our passport, a picture. So you guys need to have I think it's like a 1x1 or a 2x2 picture of yourself, and you give that to them. Or if you don't have a picture to include in your passport, you pay 40,000 or 50,000 VND, which is like $2. I was lucky I got a bunch of pictures in Costco years ago, and I still have them. And that is a nice, cool painting right there. And that is in Laos. And they have these nice buildings right here. But I always try to avoid shooting and recording the immigration or the border agents. It's not like USA where anything in public can be seen. It probably is in some degree, but you just don't want to cause problems when you're doing a bus visa run. So I didn't expect to talk this whole time on this, 6 or 8 minute walk, but I feel like the time flew by explaining my passport situation, what you need, and the walk. But right there, that's the building, maybe another minute away. Right there is where we will go and wait. And once we get that exit stamp from Laos, we will then be good. And then we make our way back to Vietnam, and then all this is done. So let's go over here real quick, smash the like, smash the subscribe button. In my research, I think this is the only Da Nang bus run that showed you the actual full length walk from the Vietnam to the Laos border. So let's give the video a like or a subscribe if you haven't, just for that reason. And there's a lot of people here. So we're gonna go drop off our passport and wait for our new one. So guys, I got my passport back. That is now almost done here. I have my exit stamp from Vietnam, and now I have my exit stamp from Laos. Now all we gotta do is go back over here, the same walk, and go back into the Vietnam side, and we will get our new exit, not exit, but we will get our new entrance stamp into Vietnam. That'll give me 90 days. And my rough estimate is my date will be, I think, April 1st. So 90 days from today. Today is December 30th, 2025. So 90 days, whatever that is. I'll probably pop it up here what my next border run or exit date will be. And then that's the last step. Once we do that, all we do is wait for everyone else to get this. That process right there probably took a little under 30 minutes, I'm guessing, for that one step that I just showed you in that little building. I'm hoping that this bus will leave about 3:30, 3:45, and then we will be doing the exact same path back to Da Nang. So I'm gonna go show my exit stamp to the Laos agents over here, and then we will be back on Vietnam side. So I'll check in with you guys in Vietnam. So while we have a little bit of time waiting for our new Vietnamese stamp in our 90 days, I'll review a couple of the things that I said were the major changes, or at least somewhat changes from this time than I had in the past. So the first one is the newer buses. You guys seen the newer buses. They're definitely improved, definitely perfectly fine with me. Even the buses that I rode on before with Lin Visa were perfectly fine with me. That was the first change. The second change is the cost. I didn't mention the cost earlier in the video because I wanted you guys to stick around. So if you guys waited all the way to this point, here is your treat and your reward. This time, the 7 o'clock in the morning Vietnam bus, and you get back about 9 to 9:30, 9:45. I'll pop up what time we get back. That Visa run cost you $155 US, or like 3.9 million VND. If you pay all at one time, pay like all in one time. Sometimes people pay a little bit when they go there, put a deposit down, but if you pay all at one time, they give you a 200,000 VND discount. So I take them up on that. I got the discount. That was the second change. Third change for me personally, because I normally take the earlier, more expensive, faster one, but we stopped at that new restaurant that I was unaware of until the last Visa run. So you stop at those three places, and we stop at a different bathroom pit stop area. So those are probably the biggest changes that I have found on this Visa run compared to the last Visa run. I'm sure there's a couple of other smaller changes, but those are the main ones. So for me, you do this once every 90 days or 4 times a year. That's all it breaks down to be. So is it worth it? In my opinion, it is. $150 times 4 Visa runs cost you what? A little over $600. So it's $600, and it costs you 1 day every 90 days. So basically you're looking at 4 days out of a year of which you're taking to return back the same day. You always have the other alternative of flying out of the country, going to Thailand, flying out of the country, going to the Philippines, Malaysia, China. You can go back to the USA if you want. All you have to do in that situation that you fly out is go ahead and apply for your new e-visa. E-visa takes 3 to 5 business days, and then you can fly right back. Or you can go through Lin Visa or any other visa service, I believe, and pay them the expedited fee of right around $70, $75 to get it expedited. That $75 is separate. It's whatever the charges to fly out and everything else are completely separate. So those are the major changes. I'm gonna go catch up with the rest of our people, hopefully get my passport back, and hopefully end this journey very soon. So guys, I just got my passport back. The rest of this crowd is waiting. So even though I got mine back, we can't just leave. Obviously, we gotta wait till everyone else gets their passport back. But we are gonna make our way over here to the bus, and I guess I can at least go charge my stuff, sit on the bus. Hopefully the engine is running so that I can turn on the AC. But as you guys can see, we are leaving the Vietnam Immigration Department side. All we have to do is just make it right back up here where we started earlier. I can see our buses right there. And this is basically it. So this is the whole day. Basically, all we have to do now is do the reverse of the trip that we did, that I showed you guys earlier. We're gonna stop at the 2 pit stops and we will be back in Da Nang. I'm assuming it's gonna be about 5 hours from now. And I think it's about 3:45 in the afternoon. So I feel like we'll be back about 9:30, close to 10. But all of our official stuff is done. All we have to do is get back on the bus and reverse this path, and that's it. So hopefully you guys learned some information from here. Hopefully it gave you some confidence to do the visa run on the bus. It opens up a few different options, so you don't have to fly out and be gone from Vietnam for multiple days or have to go wait at an airport. But I think this is bus number 7. Once again, I appreciate it. Please hit the thumbs up and definitely the like and the subscribe button if you haven't done it. Once again, happy travels.